Hey guys, how y'all doing? It's great to be back. It's on Tuesday morning, and it's been a great weekend. Man, it goes by quick, and I realize it's been a few days, and I haven't had a chance to talk to you guys. So I wanted to make sure that I had a video out for today, and we're going to talk about prepping fatigue. Hey, it's real. It's happened to me, and I don't care if you've been prepping for your whole life, or if you just started prepping. There's periods in your life where you just feel run down or you just feel fatigued by the continual mindset of preparedness. It just happens. It's just like anything in life. It doesn't even have to be in prepping, it could be your job, right? It could be your personal relationships, it could be your home life, it could be a lot of different things. It doesn't have to even be bad things, it could be good things. So just sometimes doing a lot of something of any one thing, you can kind of get fatigued by it and putting all of your energies and efforts into something. And at some point, you might hit a wall and just feel drained by that. And we're going to discuss that today. I hope we have fun doing it. And I'd love to hear your comments as we're going here. Hit the thumbs up button real quick if you don't mind and jump in the comments. Let's talk about some stuff. First of all, set realistic goals for yourself. Again, if you've been doing this for a long time, you've probably found that out, maybe the hard way, right? You set your goals too high and too big, and then you realize you get discouraged because you're not hitting that goal fast enough, or maybe not at all. If you're a new prepper, that's a great advice that you could take right away and be up and running, is set realistic goals for yourself. What do you want to accomplish? Do you want to have a 7-day pantry where you can have enough food for 7 days? Do you want to have a month? Do you want to get that pantry built up to 2 months? Maybe you already have 2 months. Maybe you would like to beef that prepper pantry up to 3 months, right? And get an emergency stash of some foods. Write down your goals. Having them written down and have your goals, like maybe your short-term goals, like, hey, every week that I go to the grocery store, I want to pick up 1 or 2 items that are for totally above and beyond, and they go towards preparing and for prepping. And write that down. Then you have a long-term goal. Hey, by the end of this year, I want to have started a garden, or I've wanted to learn a new skill, right? Because it's not all just about putting stuff in the pantry and in the freezers. It's about learning some new things too, canning, gardening, maybe some survival tips, maybe learning what is edible in your area as far as plants and vegetations and things and such. Maybe learning how to hunt, just learning new skills, self-defense items. But write those things down. Look, if you have some goals, make them realistic, but also write them down. All right, let's move on. Eat right and drink lots of water. Sometimes if you start feeling fatigued, it could be mental, but it could also be your body screaming out to you that, hey, just maybe something's not right. Maybe you've just been devouring too many carbs or too much sugar. Maybe you haven't had enough water and you're feeling sluggish and your mind's sluggish. Water's important, guys. We talk about prepping food and items and learning skills, but you got to have water too. You'll perish the quickest. The first thing to go is because you haven't prepped enough water. So have plenty of water. Drink plenty of water. It's easy to get the coffee, right, and the Diet Pepsis. That's me, Diet Pepsis. And it's easy to drink our favorite beverages and things all throughout the day, throughout the week. But then if you don't watch it, you start getting headaches and you start feeling fatigued. And, well, you haven't had enough water intake. So drink plenty of water, guys. Especially in this heat, right? Some of you guys are out there. What's going on out in the West? You guys are having some record temperatures, it's looking like out there. I'd love to hear about that too. Celebrate your successes. Look, celebrate your little victories. If you've been able to reach your 1 month prep goal, right? Maybe you finally built up your pantry. Man, I've got the first time ever I've ever had a month's worth of food and water for myself, my family, for us to survive on in case of any type of scenario that might happen in life. Celebrate that. Look, jump in the comments right now. Tell me about some of your successes. Maybe you've had some great milestones you've crossed this week or this last month. I'd love to hear about it. It's encouraging when we share our little victories. It's not just about for you, but it's also for other people to feel encouraged based on your successes as well. But it does help. It's nice when you can cross off some things off your goals, because then that helps better you to now start pursuing your next goals. You start setting the new goals. So celebrate your successes, guys. And that's like that in any avenue of life. We keep talking about prepping, but successes with a relationship, successes at work. It's okay to celebrate those things and set goals for all those things as well. Sometimes you just need to take a break from social media or news on TV, social media. Maybe if you ever watched those certain channels or certain things, just get your blood boiling, right? And you get anxious, maybe, and you just feel stressed and you just feel angry and take a break for some of that. If you start feeling fatigued and just agitated, take a time out from some of that. Okay, back that off. Find some things to watch that might be a little more relaxing, maybe a little more interesting, the things that you can learn, and just get away from the combativeness of some of the society that's out there. So just kind of watch it, tone that down a little bit if you need a break. Okay. Get your favorite music on. Learn to relax. If you're feeling fatigued, sometimes when you're doing chores or projects or things, it's nice to have music. Music is a very powerful tool. In the advertisement world, you go to stores, I've heard people talk about they'll play certain types of music, whether how they want to dictate the mood of their customers coming into the store. Commercials on TV, there's music behind all of the commercials of everything they're talking about and what they're advertising. So music plays a very important role on our human psyche and our emotions. So use the music that helps soothe you and that calms you down and to kind of relax your mind and your soul and your spirit, right? So clean and organize. What a great thing. If you're new to prepping or if you've been doing it for a long time, sometimes it's harder when you've been doing it for a long time because you've got a lot of stuff, right? Sometimes it's good to maybe just take a time out. See, like I'm just used to buying stuff every week and just constant buy and just shoving it here and shoving it there. Maybe if you're feeling overwhelmed by some of this, take a time out. Don't buy something this week. Use this week to reorganize. Pull everything out. Rotate. Check your dates. If you have cans, maybe get that black Sharpie and write some dates on top of your cans so you can see the dates better, right? Because some of them you have to have 2 magnifying glasses and maybe a telescope or microscope in order to see all the dates on there. So get yourself organized. Make your life easier for yourself as you're preparing, and it'll take away that anxiety. You'll feel cleaner. Clean your area. Organize it. It'll make you feel better to have that done. And that's like that in everything in life, guys. That's at work. That's at home, your home life, your relationships. Get organized and keep things neat and clean. Family and friends for support. If you're feeling, man, I'm just down, hey, that's what we're here for. Even here, we're friends right here. We're a little family right here on YouTube at A House of Prep. So jump in the comments. You might just need to vent. You might need to just say, hey, guys, I'm having a rough week, or maybe it's physical, maybe it's mental, maybe it's just the emotions of things, and you just need to relate to people. This is a great place to relate because we're all doing pretty much the same types of things. We can relate to each other. That's what makes this great. And so jump in the comments if you need to, or if you have maybe a story or an example of how you had to take a break on something, or you faced the anxiety or the fatigue. Throw that in the comments. Somebody else might be able to benefit from your example. And you can lead by example in that way. Take a break from the monotony of things. Look, if you've been used to maybe just prepping the same stuff over and over again, and you're just prepping, and you're just like, oh, it's the same stuff, break it up. Find something new to prep on. Find a new recipe, right, that maybe you can some new things, or that new garden, or find something that's brand new that breaks up the monotony of prepping. If you've never prepped any freeze-dried food, hey, maybe take a break from your other prepping and focus on a little bit of freeze dried and use that as your long term, 20, 30-year type storage, right? And focus on researching some of that and developing, the recipes and things that you can do to combine with certain things. So, but just get creative. Take the monotony of it. In fact, that's what on my Thursday videos, a lot of times I try to come up with new things from the store to maybe try, or some of you would recommend, and I'll try it, and then I'll bring it out on camera and show and maybe talk about it. And some people are like, hey, that's cool. I've never thought of that, or I've never seen that item. And it gives you something new to try and maybe new to start preparing. Do you know I had somebody in this last week's video, I think it was from the Thursday video this past week, they said, hey, does anybody out there ever prep for like treats and snacks? Like, does it always just have to be, rice, beans, and protein, right? And I said, absolutely. I said, I always prep maybe some beef jerky, some trail mix. And there's different types of trail mix. I love the tropical fruit, with all the dehydrated fruits and things, the pineapples and, some bananas and all the peanuts and all those things. Or you can get some that have maybe some M&Ms or chocolate and raisins, right? And the craisins. And just, it's nice to have something that you can keep rotated, because look, if you go hiking or camping or it's a quick grab, you're going to use all the beef jerkies and the trail mixes up throughout the year anyway, so you'll never have to worry about them getting old, stale, going bad. But just keep an eye on the dates, keep them rotated, but find snacks. And I've said if I could get my double stuffed Oreos, right, freeze dry them or something, I could get them ready to go. And we've got some extra snacks that you can have prepped up for the long-term storage, right? But just get creative. And I'd love to hear some of the snacks and things that you guys prep too. I think it's pretty much a given that we're all going to prep rice and beans and canned goods and all those things, right? But yeah, little extra snacks or feel-good items, right? The comfort foods of life when you're going through a crisis and maybe having some comfort food. So anyway, those are just some tips and ideas that I just wanted to share, maybe help encourage you, because I know every once in a while we all run into that. We all get a little drained. Sometimes even just doing YouTube channels, we get a little drained, we get a little run down just by the constant, having to prepare and come up with items and things, and the energy that we invest into making videos. And I know we have folks here at House of Prep that also have your own channel. And I understand that. And sometimes you guys might be able to relate that, yeah, it's sometimes a little draining, making videos. So it could be any avenue of life. You guys have a great rest of the week. And I'm not sure if I'll have another video out again before Thursday. So if I don't talk to you again till Thursday, you guys take care, okay? Bye now.